field stabilized. Intaro Atun.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Neo Sylphid, it's gonna be Ruin and Light and an incredible PvT for ya. Top side, it's gonna be a Ruin. And in the bottom left, it's gonna be a White Terran. It is a Light under his Lucifer Morning's name. Alright, so an incredible PvT on a Neo Sylphid for this Saturday. Hit that like button, click it, tap it, whatever you need to do if you're excited for this. Man, I do love a good PvT on this map. Lots of tanks, lots of abilities to surround those tanks. The middle is wide open, as you all know. So, let's see if there's any early pressure here from Ruin or from Light here. Or if both players just kind of macro up and say, hey, I'll meet you in the middle once I've got 200 supply. So again, this is an RJB replay. Check him out. There's a link in the description for his YouTube channel. And again, check out the latest poll at Pulls It. Another link in the description. Yo, thanks again, Pulls It, for sponsoring. All right, so no proxies, no cannon rushing. Just keeping it fairly close to the vest here, close to the chest. I think both of those work, but I do not know. I need to look it up. So, Supply Depot, behind the mineral lines, scouting with this SCV, just making sure there's not a probe coming or a zealot coming. That would be super early, but hey. Barracks coming up inside the natural base. And what looks like... yeah, it's just going to be a gateway here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's going to be a Nexus first here from Ruin. Nexus first is not an auto win here. Bam, but it is an excellent, excellent opening as long as it's not scouted and punished super duper fast. So, this is a 3-player map, and Light chose the wrong way to scout with Steve the SCV, so I think Ruin's going to get away with it here. So, sometimes you can kind of punish it, and then you're ahead. So, maybe that's what happens here. Completely punishing it means that the game is, 6 minutes long. But hey, maybe it's a twofer. You do not know. So Steve scouting the wrong direction here. Got ourselves a gateway, warping in after. Right? And we're just in the dark. And this is the RNG inherent in StarCraft. There's not a lot of it, but RNG is present. Oh my gosh, doing a bunker? Oh, goodness. Alright, fair enough, dude. Ah, good sniping of the probe there. He sees that there's not a command center being built. Gas. Here, on the way. And he's going to scout and see if it's a Nexus first before he throws down the command center. And now, there you go. Nexus already there, and you haven't even started your natural. So, what do you do? What do you do in this situation? Send out 2 Marines, make another Marine, and then pull the boys. All right, here we go. Here we go, Ruin. You know this is a possibility. Yep, throwing down a bunker here. 2 probes. Zap, 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 zap. Get out of here, man. Get out. That's right. Retreat from this position. The bunker must not go down or go up. All right, so Robert the Zealot's here. Rawr, get out of here, guys. Get out. But the SCVs are showing up. Body blocking for this Zealot. And one more hit. There we go. So 1 Marine is dead. And another Marine is dead. The bunker is dead. But both Marines are dead. A 3rd Marine is getting chased away by these probes. And it is held. An attempt to punish. Excellent, excellent defense there. Wow. Excellent defense here from Ruin. Yeah, so worker fights all over the place. SCV is going down. Probes going down. A Dragoon shows up. And the bunker is still there. These 2 Marines are like, if we get inside the bunker, this can work. This can work. Just body blocking with your own bodies are these probes. It's so crazy, so tight right now. 3 kills for this Marine. 0 kills, 0 kills. And the Dragoon is being attacked by the SCVs because citizens arrest protocols are in effect. And 1 more hit. Bam. Oh no, there we go. The probe gets a kill. Yay! Oh, he's dead, but now He is in Valhalla, having killed a Marine. 16 to 16 workers here. And Command Center, just finishing up here from Light. All right. And yeah, so there we go. Just about even here. This Dragoon has 4 kills. Well done, Mr. Dragoon. Singularity charge. Almost finished here. 2 Marines inside this bunker. You can't harass until Singularity charge is done at this point. But man, that was an exciting last little 60 seconds or so, right? Goodness. All right, so 2 base to 2 base. 20 SCVs to 20 probes. Even Steven here in the first 5 minutes of the game. And Ruin says, all right, trying to get third base. This is not a third base that you want to take, right? You know why. You know Neo Sylphid. You've watched so many games on Neo Sylphid by this point. You have an excellent idea of why. All right, so robotics facility warping in. We've got ourselves a machine shop and a starport coming in from Light. There we go. Singularity charge outranging the bunker now. All right, so let's see. Maybe early Reaver here. Early Reaver from Ruin could be a pretty good time. But we can't quite detect that yet. So both these players I expect to have a pretty excellent performance in SSL 2. Really excited to see what they bring to the table for us as far as entertainment goes, as far as, there you go, process goes. We got a siege tank ability coming in. That siege is going to be here sooner rather than later at a starport. Maybe to deal with a Wraith, to deal with potential drops as well. Observatory. Maybe. There's the observatory tucked away up here. That's to block vultures in addition to being an observatory. Tank being produced. Yes, there's a tank on the way, and that siege mode doesn't take that long to build. So we will get there. Third base, warping in on that right side. And so far, so good. I would say, again, if you came here, you'd be like, this is a regular PvT. But it was a Nexus first play from Ruin. That third base now warping in on the right side. No gas there, but it's a little bit safer than taking the base that's just outside of the main here. Right. Okay, Dragoons. Are they going to try to jump on this tank? Tank is hiding pretty well underneath the barracks. Look, you can see it's... you can see the light of the siege tank shot coming through the barracks. That's kind of cool. I like that lighting quite a bit. Citadel coming in from the Protoss. Cool. Gonna get some of that Psystorm. Gonna get some of that Zealot legs. And all is well, right? No real concerns here for anybody involved in this game. We're just gonna get into the late game. Dropship is up. Not a Wraith at all. Gonna go for that Vulture drop. And again, this helps block access behind this mineral line from this angle or from, you know, this angle getting all the way around and out the other side anyway. So that's a good block. Third base coming in. 42 to 36 workers. Third base warping in. Probe timing is pretty good. Yeah, only one probe is trying to go the long way around. Vulture's inside the main base. The probe's going down, focusing on the ones on the gas. As you do when you're a Vulture bike pilot. Yeah, what do you want? Well, we want you to kill some of these probes. And you did a great job with it, Vulture bike pilot and friend. And in fact, you might even get a ride out of here if everything goes to plan. And it does. He jukes on out. Nicely done. Keeping those Vultures alive. A lot of players will let those Vultures die in that situation, but not our guy, Light. Light is on top of things. Academy on the way. More and more factory. Getting the Vulture upgrades. Neat. We were working on any attack upgrades for the Protoss ground units. No, none of that happening. Just probing up. Using our resources to tech up. Getting a Stargate. Okay. Getting a Templar Archives. Carrier's pretty good on this map. You do have little areas you can kind of run away from Goliaths with. You can use the terrain to your advantage that way. We've seen carriers win on this map. We've seen it lose on this map as well. That particular strategy. Check it to see. Is there a fourth base down this way? No. Great. Can we maybe drop Vultures up here? Dragoons are covering that area pretty ably. I would not give that a try. And doing a full 360 there. Whee! Swinging up, trying to get into the natural base for a bit of a drop here. There is a Dragoon. One Dragoon holding the line. 3 Dragoons holding this line. Yeah, drop ship taking hits. Not good for a future drop potential. Third base coming in on a position where, guess what? Tanks are going to shoot this down because the tanks are his. Unless we get some mind control in this game. Fast Arbiter Tribunal. He did scan. And he did see the Arbiter Tribunal warping in. So good scan there by Light. recognizing what it is. Again, it's hard to hide your tech from a Terran player because of the comsat. But what you can do is maybe hide your tech sometimes, put it outside the general scan radius, but then it gets more vulnerable to drops, and there are all these trade-offs, and it kind of stinks sometimes playing PvT. So, Spider Mine, ow, killed that probe. Oh, great Spider Mine placement. Dragoon comes up, tries to trigger the Spider Mine, didn't wait for the obs to come, was just a little bit too in a hurry, was Ruin. And the probe died, and that delays this base construction quite immensely. Brutal. Brutality here. Anyway, hope you guys are having a great 2024. It's almost gone. 2025 is coming soon. What, let me know. What New Year's resolutions do you have for 2025? I'll have to think about that in future casts, but let me know in the comments. We'll chat about it. Yeah, these vultures are YOLO vultures. These are ones that don't have an evac plan, so they killed a couple of workers fine. Still 58 to 54 in favor of our guy, Ruin. Plus, he's getting Arbiter Tech, which Falcon gives the seal of approval for. Stasis is amazing, right? Recall is very good, too. And, you can get recalls off even if the enemy has EMP. Sometimes the EMP looks like it hits, but the command to give the recall totally went through, and the animation just hasn't started yet. It's one of the weirdest interactions in StarCraft, man. Sometimes what's going on behind the scenes is not what's happening in what you can see on the front of it in Brood War. Nice little Zealot unload. Cool. Taking out a couple SCVs. Vultures jumping in to try to deal with this. They are slow Zealots. Zealot legs has not started yet. So, yeah, look at that. Ruin picking up his dudes. Not allowing them to die immediately either. So both players doing a pretty good job keeping their harassing units alive even after they are done harassing. More Arbiters getting fired up. Fire it up. Science vessels coming in. There you go. Now getting that fourth base down the right side. Later, but later is better than never. See now, right? You're trapped back here. Cannons shoot at your face. Totally sucks. Spider Mine placement. Pretty good. Ooh, 4 Dragoons going down in unison there like that was a choreographed dance. And the last Dragoon is getting bullied by these Vultures as well. They don't have +2 attack yet, no. They only have the +1 attack now. Nice revenge there. A little bit of revenge for those Dragoons for their fallen comrades. EMP getting fired up, same time that Arbiters are finding themselves out on the map. 5th base down south from Ruin, and the expanding continues apace from our Protoss guy. So far, so good. Who's ahead right now? I'd say Ruin getting that 4th base down, getting that 5th base up. If he can get away with it, it'll really be nice for him. Good snipe on that obs. He is trying to cover it as much as he can with these Dragoons, but if, all these takes wander over that way, then suddenly you can't really save this base, right? So you got to delay, harry, harass, slow down. Another Zealot unload. There are Vultures here already, sir, and by golly, this shuttle does not have speed yet. Is he working on speed? No. Shuttle speed is good. I guess he's using Arbiters instead of shuttles for his flying tech today, which, every Protoss and every PvT uses flying tech in some capacity. Carriers, Arbiters, or shuttles, right? One of those three. Recall is getting researched. There's another scan. Just trying to see where the army is out on this side. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about at all. Yeah, and I mean, so far, I like Ruin's position. He's up in supply. He's got 70 probes. That's always an extremely comfortable feeling when you have as many workers as you need and your macros just humming. Your cycles are perfect. You know what you need. Anything you know you need, you can make because your economy is so good. Delicious. Delicious feeling here that Ruin is experiencing. We'll see if Light can ruin it for him, though. Unintentional pun, as always. Stasis Field getting fired up. Second Stargate. That could just be for more Arbiters, but it also could be a fleet beacon for carriers. We'll keep an eye on that. Oh, it is getting observer movement. Oh, yeah. So it's observer movement. There you go. Scans here. Sees this little setup coming in from Ruin 2. Another base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base. He is covering the map. And Light just kind of going 3 base Aruni here. Yeah, spider mining this whole area, getting turrets up. He knows Arbiters are a threat. He knows how to deal with Arbiters, and the answer is spider mine your entire main base, put up a hajillion turrets, and then when the recall happens, everything dies immediately, and you laugh at the Protoss. Ha ha ha. Just like that. So we're maxed out now from Ruin, 184 supply from Light. But a 3-basing Terran on this map is pretty good, man. You got to come through these little narrow chokes to engage up this way. Hard to do. You got to engage across this bridge or over this way to go. I mean, there's a 4th base coming in there. So to engage with that base, yes, Storm is on the way. Gate. Yeah, so Ruin says, I might lose all of my main here. Light's a pretty good Terran player, and let's engage with him. Keep that tank count whittled down. Nice EMP on the Arbiter. Does get it. No stasis available for this engagement, but you can still cloak. That doesn't require energy. Ugh. Yeah, that could not have gone very well. I think Ruin was counting on a good stasis to help that go better for him, but nice EMP on the counter. Shut it down instead. Light just keeping track of what's going on. This Arbiter is going to have like full energy here soon. Working on. Did it get EMP'd? Oh, I bet it wandered in here, got EMP'd, and then went back in shame. I bet that's what happened. Uh-oh. So Ruin's putting a lot of eggs in the Arbiter basket, not getting much out of it, unfortunately. This High Templar is going to die. Ooh, never mind. Turned around. The trajectory he was on was death, but you know, sometimes people turn around there. Ooh, getting a 4th base and a 5th base is Light. Big fan. Okay, Light expanding at a position where he's maxed out effectively, where he's got a bunch of siege tanks, where Ruin has to worry about more than just preventing expansions, right? At this point, he needs to worry about the army pushing across the middle of the map. He doesn't have brain power or manpower or Protoss power to go deal with those other bases. And yeah, he might be able to clear out a bunch of these tanks. He's not winning this battle at all. Comsats completely negating that cloak that this Arbiter has. No energy on that dude at all. And working on enough energy. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. 12 Dragoons are being produced at a time. I feel like Zealots would be better in this situation. There aren't a lot of Vultures here. But the guy goes for 12 Zealots. I guess he's got 7 Zealots too. Okay. The Arbiter comes in, provides a stasis for a tank. Not the greatest stasis I've ever seen in my entire life. D-Matrix comes in a little bit unnecessarily. I'm not sure there's any follow-up here. And he just loses an Arbiter for no reason. Yeah, Ruin is being a little bit sloppy here. That engagement was not good. Losing the Arbiter for no reason was bad. The stasis on 1 unit. At least get 2. Right? You could probably get 2 there. You there, Arbiter. Yep, enough energy now. Let's go. Let's try a recall. It's going to be tough. You'll get Spider-Mined upon dimensional recall. But there's worse ways to come into a new world. Oh, he did the thing. Oh, there you go. Well, he waited until I moved the camera, then did the thing. The Spider-Man connection was ginormous. Yes. But these supply depots might die. Ugh. Yeah, Ruin having a hard time here. Light is crushing it at 18 minutes. I'm impressed by what this guy is bringing to the table. It's Light, though, right? He's one of the best Terran players in the world and has been for a very long time, decades at this point. We're getting more supply depot kills than I thought we would. Where's the responding Terran? He's not responding to this. Light, buddy. Light. There you go. Try to bring some stuff down. I guess he's worried about taking down this 3 o'clock base. But dude, that's a supply block on Light. Something like 4 or 5 supply depots have died here. The Academy doesn't really matter at this stage of the game, but these supply depots going down definitely does. Replay, no. Replay, no. Yeah, the utter lack of response here is concerning for the health of this replay. Let's try that again. Okay, so Arbiter down here says it's time to move. I'm not going to be distracted this time. There it is. Okay, back to regular speed. Gonna recall in. Gonna get a recall off. Bam! Spider-Man connections. Really, really good. Yes. Arbiter dies. Okay, target fire on the missile turrets. Plus, there's an attack up here into this third base of light at the same time. Okay, so Ruin getting some work done there, and the response is a lot faster. Okay, we're good. We're good. Replay is now fixed. That was very strange, but we're back on course. This is what should have happened. So, yes, to clear out the no supply block on light, but the attack in the third base at the same time, plus siege tanks firing away at the third base and the fourth base. The fourth base actually dies for Ruin in the meantime. These probes can't fight this. There's siege tanks there. So, yep, this is getting chaotic all of a sudden. Bam! Nexus down. Big time victory there. Attacking into this third base of light. Actually, is that the fourth? I can't remember. I think this is the fourth. Anyway, it probably is going to have to lift off here. Comsat station getting target fired a little bit. Just kidding. Let's go kill some siege tanks. 183 to 179 supply here. Actually, 173 to 146 as it keeps updating as this game happens, because there's a lot of stuff going on. More arbiters being produced. Okay, this base is down. Big deal. Ruin is way up. He doesn't have much of a bank here. SCV's coming to try to deal with this. Man, careful with those spider mines around these dragoons, man. SCV's just kind of heading down this way, telegraphing to the dragoons where on earth this base is. So they're like, sure, we'll go that way. A little bit anyway. We're going to keep an eye on this situation. Trying to expand down here to the south too is Ruin for its 7th base. Terran on the move. Flank attack from Ruin, but big setup. A recall up this way though. Ruin, yes, taking advantage, getting revenge for the fact that he lost 2 Nexuses in about a 20-second span. Gonna kill this command center. It is getting chaotic. If his army's over there, then what's gonna stop this army of light pushing down into the bottom right? Dude. Okay, Zealots and Dragoons pushing across the map like you do. These guys hanging out, leaving a few tanks to deal with this little area. Zealots jumping on. Good micro there. And will clear out the entire tank ball here. Nicely done by Ruin, saving that Nexus through good micro. And just a handful of units here. Light continuing to try to keep the Protoss away from that 4th base. And he does for now. I mean, Light's the one that's falling back, but he's dragging these units away with him. 160 to 130 supply. Protoss is up. That's good, but not great. This base is back. This base is back. 53 probes to 56 SCVs. Remember when there were 70 probes? That was a good time. This is not good times anymore. This is StarCraft times. StarCraft times are hard. Extremely difficult. Okay, Arbiter considering maybe defensively setting up at this base. Going for a recall at this base would be pretty great. Light is heading down this way. He does force a cancel on that Nexus. And coming in to wipe out the remaining tanks at the northern side of the map. Woo! Is Ruin. Nicely done. And I think he can get a kill on this CC too, as long as it doesn't start running soon. Are we just base trading today? Is this we're going to trade all of the bases? That seems that's what's going on. Yeah, I don't know if we can save this at all. Psystorm is good. Stasis is good. We do have production in this bottom right corner. Yeah, Command Center's running for it. Good job. Ruin's not even going to chase it. Like, defending and simultaneously trying to be aggressive on offense at the same time is tough. Both players are doing that right now. I don't know where these guys are. These guys are not making a decision. You're going to come down and try to save this bottom right base. You're going to try to... What are we doing here? Yes, heading south. That appears to be his plan. So 190 to 131 supply. That's army value that Ruin has. Ruin has a good advantage. Nice EMP on the Arbiter. Did he catch it? No, he missed on the Arbiter. Big deal. He might actually just recall down there. Yeah, recalls on this high ground base. Got to lift that command center. Those Zealots are going to show no mercy turret whatsoever. Clearing out spider mines, making a move maybe on the main base here. Yeah, there's the liftoff on the command center. The old Comsat going to die here too. And this is just pretty much the entire Terran army is here trying to shut this thing down. Arbiter's like, sorry guys, I'll see you later. I'll provide you with cloak as much as I can, actually. So natural base bottom right spawn is dead, but the main base bottom right spawn is alive. Ruin trying to stutter step into 5 siege tanks with +3 attack and 3 armor when he has 2 on upgrades himself. Dragging a spider mine into these tanks is his only hope. But he is inside the minimum attack distance for both tanks, and they have to unsiege, which lets him get one of them. Could have been worse. Definitely could have been worse. Arbiter needs to get out of there and does with all of 29 hit points and 74 energy. Scrap! The scrap involved right now is really high. 50 workers to 46 in favor of Ruin. I love that Ruin's taking this high ground base up at the 11 o'clock. Now that he took it from Light, he's like, this is mine now. You know, I think Ruin's in a good spot. He's up overall. He's killing a bunch of SCVs. This command center is actually going to die, which is kind of a rarity in these situations where the command center sometimes can flee. In situations where everybody else is dead, the command center ends up living. Yeah, there are Dragoons over here. I think they're waiting for a drop, potentially, based on how they're set up. Zealots running into Vultures. It's a very brave attack, but not the smartest one. Yeah, this game, woo, it's got me on the edge of my seat. Nope, good High Templar snipe. Good Storm on the High Templar as well. Okay, great Storm. Wonderful Storm there. More good Storms all over the place. Is there enough to hold this bottom right? No, way too many tanks. But 150 to 102 supply. Ruin is up. He's not going to use his forces to save this. He's going to base race. He's going to head down, try to get through this group of tanks. There's only 4 of them. That's easily done. And maybe sit yourself on top of the production of Light. These factories, if they get occupied, that's going to be really hard for Light to win this game. So he does abandon killing this entirely. He leaves a tank and a Vulture behind to make sure anything that comes out of these Stargates can be handled. Stargates, gateways, whatever they are. Natural command center has to flee too. Light is still mining from these 2 bases, though. The high ground down south. Oh, is there a recall attempt? No, maybe there was, but the Goliath took it down. Denied upgrades? No, not really, because guess what? We've got 3-3 on those suckers. Don't even worry about it. Tanks coming out of the factories immediately sieging up in order to defend their own production facilities. The thing that made them. Zealot, get on these tanks. Stop attacking a machine shop. I know it's hard to tell your units what to do at all times. This Zealot's like, I'd like to chase Vultures, please. And Ruin's like, please don't do that. Please stay here with everybody else. Okay, got the tanks cleared out. Factories are all in a lot of trouble here. I think Ruin might have done it. You sit on the production of your enemy like this. Great stasis. Oh, man. Blocking ground access into this base, into your own main base. Ooh, boy. So, this is really scattered shooting, Ruin. I need you to actually focus down these factories and kill them all. If you can do that, you can win this game. Mining here, mining here, mining here. Fine. We have enough mining to do what we need to do right now, anyway. Goliath's coming out of these factories. This guy's trying to kill a command center by himself. This guy's going after that factory. They're just all trying to kill factories individually. And it's not particularly working, but also he got another recall off on this high ground base at the 7 o'clock for Light, forcing another liftoff on the command center. Light's mining is 0 right now. That's it. He has no mining available at all. He's going to go ahead and try to re-land this here 10 o'clocker. Dragoons do get cleared out. And again, I think they could have killed several of these factories instead of attacking them all individually. But, you know, target firing is a lost art sometimes when everything else is chaotic, I guess. I love that Light brings his SCVs up here. It's like, this is where I want to be. Well, I mean, I guess. But also, there's a command center over here you can use. This base is up. This base is coming back. Ruins up 108 to 81 supply. Light's in trouble. Not going to sugarcoat it. Guys on one mining base against a Protoss that is successfully mining on at least 3 bases. Worker count is not bad from Light, but oversaturating this base is bad. And there's not a command center here, nor does he have the money to build a new command center. That's why he's floating this one. See, you can save a lot of money as a Terran player by floating your command center away when it's under attack, and then you might need it later, for example, right now. $119 to 88 supply. Light is consolidating his forces. He is hanging out on the left side here. He's pretty much given up on trying to expand down to this bottom side at all. But he is just asking Ruin to attack move into his remaining tanks, because he knows that will be something that will go on his side. Arbiter pops out of a Stargate. Doesn't have enough energy for a recall quite yet. Light. Landing again. Making more SCVs. Establishing peace in his new empire. And immediately has to lift it off again because here comes the Protoss. Command center does go down. Man, thanks RJB for this replay, by the way. It's an amazing one. And then he gets another recall off. Except he totally doesn't. That was a fake. He didn't have the energy for it. I thought maybe he got EMP'd. Nope, simply didn't have the energy. He's going to get chased down and EMP'd, though, now. So, I mean, that was a fun trick and everything. He's trying to dodge, jump. Bam, caught it. EMP'd. Yeah, shouldn't have come over here if he wasn't ready to EMP. That was a total waste. But command center down. So 2 bases mining for the Terran. Oh, back with this base too is Ruin. So Ruin's income is pretty good. That's why he's up 40 supply right now. But this 3-3 tank, Vulture, and Goliath combo is no joke. Light can still win this thing with a couple good engagements if Ruin kind of screws it up, right? No stasises, no recalls. This Vulture run by is pretty YOLO, man. They're going to try to kill as many Zealots as they can, but I don't think they're making any way back home at this point. Zealots here to jump and fight on them as much as Protossly possible, but at the end of the day, they killed a couple Zealots. Not much else going on here. Got a probe? Got a probe? Got 2 probes. Hey, got 2 probes. Got a High Templar? No, you did not. 170 to 103 supply. Ruin looking good here at 30 minutes. Let's see if we can get another recall off here. That'd be pretty great. Another base being taken by Ruin. He's like, look, man, if Light wants to sit back and consolidate and dare me to attack into him, I'm going to get more ahead. When you're ahead, get more ahead. Take more bases than the Terran can, right? Keep an eye on these ones. Make sure it's not a problem. What is that scan right here? Sure, that was a scan. 52 to 39. Workers in favor of Ruin. Looks like he's going to try to max up and then go for one more attack. Dude, he's expanding again. This guy, he's retaking all of his previous holdings. Did he get EMP'd? Nope. But there is a Wraith up here ready to shoot him in the face. Warp field stabilized. Science vessel ready for an EMP at a moment's notice. We're spider mining this up, which is scary because if you recall in here and that spider mine triggers, all those SCVs die too. Ruin decides to come in a little bit more traditionally. You know, kites back. Here's the siege mode. Everybody falls back. This guy gets the memo and gets out of there without taking a shot. That was a little bit scary for him for sure. Another Arbiter swinging in. Enough energy for a recall. Let's go back into the main base. 2 turrets. Not enough at all. Going for a recall. How deep into the base can we get? Right here. Very nice recall. Right on top of these factories. Tanks taking shots immediately. More response here from Light. As more attacks coming in on the stuff popping out. Spider mines running in. Trying to do what they can. And this, my gosh, that tank is alive. Thought that tank would have died a long time ago. Good spider mine hit on that goon. And that gets cleaned up a lot more easily by Light this time around. No factories die. Arbiter says, well, I got you, fam. I can take down that factory all by myself with my beautiful attack. 162 to 141 supply here. Light continuing to push on out. And yeah, Ruin is fine, right? I think he's doing all right. That recall did not get as much value as he wanted it to. That might have actually emboldened Light to move out here, recognizing you didn't kill hardly anything and you lost a lot of stuff there. What if we pushed out across you now? And Ruin's like, yeah, that'd be bad. Needs to start spending more of his cash, though, doesn't he? He's got, there you go, 405, 11 Dragoons will spend your cash pretty effectively there. More Vultures, more tanks all the time. Stop me if you've heard this one from Light's perspective. No, you can't have this base. So Ruin is kind of allowing Light to have these 2 bases. It's really only 1 gas, though. It's tough to make enough tanks to cause a problem there. And he's going to try to take this base. Wow. All right. That's another recall on the one of the 2 mining bases that Light has set up. He moves out to attack it in the Nexus, and he loses a command center for it. God, that hurts. Command Center's killed today. We're going for an all-time record by Ruin. He's doing an absolutely fantastic job. I'm not sure. Is this the only Command Center left on the map? For Light, it very well could be. 170 to 105 supply. Light again pulled back home by another recall. Ruin is playing this exceptionally well. Even getting a free tank there. 160 to under 100 supply from Light. Tanks are good. They're not that good. 2 command centers exist on the map for Light at 33 minutes. And Ruin has all of these bases all down this right side of the map. This is over. There is not comeback potential here from Light. Not at 70 supply down. Not by how much income Ruin has. Not by the production tabs. Light again. There's always the tiny chance that Ruin walks into 15 siege tanks 3 or 4 times in a row and everything dies. But unlikely, I would say. And another recall, just the cherry on top of the sundae. 5 Dragoons die immediately. But that's it for income from Ruin. I mean, yeah, you can kill a couple of these bases, but Ruin will still have 3 or 4 more that you can't get to in time. And, yep, so the 2 command centers are putting in a ton of work. Zealots charging into here because they're just chasing a tank. They didn't even know there was a base over here. But now they do, and they're going to try to snipe it. And we are complete. We're done. Like, yes, these 2 Nexuses are going to die, but Ruin's got this base, and, well, that base is mined out. Actually, hold on a second. He has 1 mining base against 0 mining bases, though. Oh, but the response from Light here is actually pretty good. He does clean out the Zealots attacking, but less good against all of the many Dragoons. All of the many Dragoons here going to town. And yeah, this is where the final mining base of Light dies, and Ruin only has 1 mining base, and that totally sucks, but hey, oh! That's it? Question mark? Command center dead. I think that might be it for command centers for Light. And he doesn't have money to make a new one. We have not seen this situation in a pro 1v1 low money map in a long time. It happens in team games a lot. Right? In fastest map casts that I do. Good stasis. Good double stasis there. Yeah, so Ruin economy not hot, but this is looking very healthy. Very healthy. Compared to, that's it. Light's done. I'm trying to see if he's got a command center floating somewhere. That's an engineering bay. That's a science facility. That's it. Light's done. He's spending all of his cash because he knows it doesn't matter. He can't make enough money to make a new command center regardless. So Vultures, make sure this base is still dead. Make sure this base is still dead. Try to come in and shut down the final mining base of Ruin and maybe win this game. But, yeah, nope. Dragoons, cannons, all sorts of good stuff there. That's it. GG! Light taps out, and Ruin is our winner. That was awesome. That was a fantastic PVT. It's 120 supply of Protoss here at 36 minutes. The recalls were great. We had a game last week that was very much like this. Just a lot of recalls against Terran, and eventually the Terran just kind of won by holding on. But at this time, Ruin's the one who wins by holding on. He rebuilds, I don't know, 7 or 8 Nexuses today, it felt like, and killed every command center on the map. That's how you have to defeat Light. You have to take away his car keys entirely. Anyway, oh, he's got this base too. Nice going, Ruin. So 2 bases mining. Recalls weren't super hot. Again, not the biggest fan of recalls inside the main base. I feel like this one could have been a lot better by focusing individual factories instead of just attacking them all at once with an individual Dragoon. That was bad. But other than that, this recall was good. The recalls down to this base were good. Recalls onto expansions like this one, always good. I never have any problems with those. And Ruin did plenty of that. What did his upgrades finish up being? 3-2, fine. Acceptable. Good stasises, right? Good dodging EMPs as much as you can. A couple EMPs did connect from you Terran fans out there. But yeah, Light just never really wanted to deal with the big tank ball, and therefore never really did. Anyway, that was fantastic. That was an absolutely fantastic PVT. Tap that like button if you enjoyed it. Great Saturday cast for you today. So, bam, let's check out the final score. Get some numbers all up in this biz. 304,000 points to 281,000 points in favor of Ruin. Got outproduced by the Terran, but outkilled the Terran. Structures raised. Wow, 54 to 36 is a lot of building carnage today. And then 89,000 to 64,000 total score, but that means 87 to 64 in actual total spent. Ruin with the outspend by 13-ish, 12.5 in 36 minutes. It's close to acceptable. But really what mattered was that he killed all of Light's potential to make more money. And if you do that, you win. So that's a GG. And that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. And you take care of yourself.